Oh, 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 oh. What? What? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Back again, another episode of SRDaily. Back with another day, another week 119. Tapping in 119. Week strong, episode 589. We're almost at 600, 590 tomorrow. 2 more weeks, we should have the footage. We should have the footage from episode 500 sometime this week, man. I'm sorry it should have been out sooner, so we got more time to promote. But it ain't in my control. It's not in my control, and soon it will be once we have the freaking funds and we can pay the people. And yeah. Everything coming in due time. But we here. Episode 589, 119 weeks, almost 120 weeks, 119 weeks. And what? Got that good Usha music playing? Feeling good, looking good. I'm down in pounds. I'm up in strength, up in energy, up in everything, man. Feeling real divine. 9 days, a few of those days were tough. That once upon a coconut water yesterday did something to me, gave me a lot more energy, a lot more vitality. And I'm excited to finish this journey, man. I'm excited to get these next 10 days, right? And these next 10 days, Today's day 10 of 50, 40 days to go. We did 40 days before. Shit ain't nothing to it but to do with it. When I did 40 days, I knew I could have did more. Just like when I did 30 days, I knew I could have did 10 more. I ain't say let me just do one more. So let me do 10 more. And so we did 30, then we did 40. Now we're doing 50. And I'm gonna be a lot slimmer by then, right? 40 more days, probably I'll lose 40 more pounds, right? Which will take me down to about 160 something, give or take. And but yeah, I'm gonna be strong, I'm gonna be fit, I'm gonna be right. And I'm gonna build back up with freaking fruits, man. I'm gonna do probably like I'll do the whole May, like once I go back inside, or once I'm off the streets, right? Once May 4th comes, which is 50 days, May 5th, which is really 50 because March 14th we had a slip up on my birthday, right? In the evening we ate. So March 5th. So let's say March 6th, right? I'll probably do the next 3 weeks on just high watery fruits, man. Understanding that fruits have a different effect on the body than juice because fruits keep the fiber, right? Juicing is great. I love juicing. But to eat the whole fruit, it creates a different satisfaction within self, different fuel for the body, right? So, yeah, man, but we here. Episode 589. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston, tuned into SRDaily, week 119. Sefu Sankofa on a check-in, make Monday monumental. Yes, sir. Peace and love. Mona Love on a check-in. Happy Move Something Monday. Move something. Yeah? Shake son. Move your body, move your mind. Allow yourself to feel divine because you are right on time. You can never be behind. You are always in alignment, always aligned with your purpose. And you just got to be aware, to see it, to recognize it, to understand that sometimes there's ups and sometimes there's downs. But as long as you don't stop, you can always turn that frown into a smile. It's a bar, it's a poet. I'm a poet and I know it. And you know it and we know it. And let's show it. Yeah? Yo, but listen, man, we're going to get into the show. We got a couple of dope things to talk about today. I think we got some great discussion points today. All right. Trying to find. Let's get started, man. Let's jump right into it. That's what I was looking for. Facebook, so we can pull up something I want to read and talk about. Right. One of the things we want to chat about today. Let's pull up the Facebook page and click the link. Got a link here on Facebook. We can click this link and we're gonna talk about some stuff later on in the show, right? But yeah. Let's get to it. Sefu, yes, 1/5 of the way from the objective. Yes, sir. That's what I put in my note this morning. Day 10, I'm 1/5 of the way there. 10 days out of 50. 10 is down. 40 days left. Walk this shit down like a bid, man. Look, I know how to do this shit. All right, commented yesterday, and I'm gonna stop commenting on people's stuff because people always got advice. All right, And it don't mean no harm, man. But like, yeah, commenting on somebody's stuff yesterday, like, yeah, well, make sure you do this. Listen, you ain't even ask me how I'm feeling. You ain't ask me anything. You just telling me something, right? So that was a reminder, less social. Even as I post, get out of there. Post and get out of there. Post and get out of there, right? I don't even got to share as much as I have been, right? But we're going to get more disciplined literally as the time goes. So I got some writing to do. I got at least one book I intend to finish, at least one, right? Maybe two, but at least one book, The World Healer's Guide to Fasting and Attaining Optimal Wellness. That is at least one book that I want to finish while I am on this journey, or a majority finish, right? Other ones could be easier, but I'm in this shit and I need to write about this shit like in depth, what I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing, the highs, the lows, the emotions. Like yesterday was a very emotional day. I cried during Sunday Light talking about sacrifice and what I'm sacrificing and what I've always been willing to sacrifice, right? So yeah, man, we're gonna get more disciplined as the journey goes on. All right. We already cut out basketball, haven't watched basketball, haven't watched movies, haven't had a desire. The first 2 days, like with playing my word game, it was like the first day I didn't even think about it. Second day I didn't think about it, but because it's habit, as I was running, I pulled the app up and I was like, oh shit, no, and I closed it and I haven't done it since, right? So no desire to play my word game. The only thing I do, I guess you could say play, is chess, because it's part of my Duolingo. Play chess, I do my Spanish lesson, right? And that's daily, right? That's part of the discipline, part of the consistency. But in terms of, and that's 10, 15 minutes in the evening, right? For the most part. But in terms of the back and forth word game, and although it's strategy, although it's thinking, no, discipline, 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 discipline. All right. The only thing that I am watching, that I did give myself permission to watch during this time, is educational content on Gaia that's specifically related to what I'm doing. Right, so I started a series with I think Dr. Joe Dispenza, on becoming supernatural, right? And brain frequency and neuroplasticity and all of that stuff, right? So yeah, man, let's jump into the show though. We're gonna start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment on this rainy Monday, March 23rd, 2026, episode 589, starting off week 119, is a word of the day. Today's word of the day is spiritual. Is two words, right? Spiritual technology, which refers to a systematic set of practices, techniques, or tools designed to interface with and refine the human consciousness. Spiritual technology refers to a systematic set of practices, techniques, or tools designed to interface with and refine the human consciousness. Just as physical technology, like a hammer or a computer, helps us manipulate the material world, spiritual technology provides a repeatable methodology to navigate the internal world. It treats the mind and spirit as a system. Listen to this. It treats the mind and spirit as a system that can be tuned, upgraded, or transformed through specific inputs, such as mantras, breath work, or focused contemplation, to achieve a predictable output, such as inner peace, self-realization, or a sense of connection to something larger. Reading that definition reminded me of something. I was reading, I'm finishing up my book, right? How to Create a Mind, right? Ray Kurzweil. This might be maybe not the best, but the most fascinating book I've ever read, because it's taken me so long and it's pulled me and it's expanded my mind and my consciousness in such a freaking way, affirming some of the things I've already known, opening my mind to some things I may not have considered, right? But one thing they spoke about, it was like, so most of humanity say, oh, you can't predict the future, but you can, and people have been predicting the future for a very long time. Right, there are people who have been predicting the future, and not some pseudo, right, science stuff where it's like, oh no, very accurately, specifically predicting the future. You can predict an output. You do certain things, you predict what's going to happen, right, down to sometimes the time and date. Right, historical examples of spiritual technologies demonstrate that humans have long used structured methods, often involving the body, breath, and specific objects to systemically alter consciousness and achieve spiritual goals. According to thinkers like Michael Foucault, these quote unquote technologies of the self are voluntary practices that allow individuals to transform themselves to attain states of wisdom, purity, or happiness. Just last night, on the stream. Meditation in the nervous system. We spoke about being one breath away from a different state, changing your state, breath work. Like this shit is ancient, and this shit is like we are on time. We are on time, and we are behind because there are more people with more money pushing out stuff, right? So we got to work. We got work to do, man. Like I got to create a better structure because like we got to increase the funding because we got to get this shit done. We have to get this shit done. It is imperative that we launch this new world healing system. Anyway, moving right along to our second segment of the day. Our second segment, our need to know news of the day. Today's need to know news is building off the word of the day. I want to get into deeper into spiritual technology. So thinking of that word, right? Reading the definition, I'm reminded of what we're building specifically with Continuum. Continuum using immersive technology to help people cast a bigger vision for themselves, be able to see themselves in that vision, live life, and have the experience of themselves at that state, at that stage of their life, right? Be able to feel that, come back to the real world, and make it happen with a team of people who are dedicated and committed to helping them achieve their goals, right? There are so many apps and wearable technology already available, and it's growing in number. There are so many apps and wearable tech devices that are already available, and they are growing in freaking number. So let's talk about some. So we're going to talk about neurofeedback and brainwave training. So where ancient monks spent years learning to recognize states of mind, modern headbands use EEG, electroencephalography, and I've never knew how to say that word, electroencephalography, EEG, to provide real-time audio cues for those same states. So you got Muse 2. This EEG biofeedback headband acts as a digital mirror for the mind. Using 4 EEG sensors, it translates your brain waves into the sounds of weather. A calm mind produces peaceful sounds, while a wandering mind triggers a storm, teaching you to return to focus, a core tenet of Vipassana meditation. Return to focus. You can always return to focus. Always return to focus. Mindy, unlike traditional EEG, the Mindy headband uses FNIRS, functional near-infrared spectroscopy. To monitor blood flow in the prefrontal cortex. It gamifies the process, requiring users to will a ball on their phone screen to move, strengthening the same focus muscles developed in deep concentration practices. That shit is fucking fascinating, man. I've been using that word a lot. That might be the word of the day next time. Fascinating. Because like it gamifies, says that FNIRS, right? Mindy uses the FNIRS and gamifies the process, requiring users to will a ball, to make a ball move with your mind on your phone, right? Incredible. Then you have immersive ritual and virtual sanctuaries. So VR, virtual reality, is being used to recreate the sacred spaces and ritualistic triggers once provided by temples or elaborate altars. People are absolutely doing church online and using VR to bring people into ceremony or into worship and all of that stuff, right? Like TRIP, TRIPP. This VR application uses fractal imagery and synchronized breathing cues to induce flow states. Yo, this VR application uses fractal imagery and synchronized breathing cues to induce flow states. It mimics the ego-dissolving effects often sought through advanced visualization techniques or mandalas, but does so in an instantly immersive digital environment. You're immersed in a digital world, and so your flow state is the progress is instantaneous. Fucking incredible, man. Tai Chi Trainer XR. This gadget / app uses augmented reality to overlay a digital master into your physical space, translating the ancient Chinese practice of Qi movements into a 3D instructional format that corrects your posture in real time. Did you hear that? This Tai Chi Trainer XR, this gadget / app uses augmented reality to overlay a digital master into your physical space. So in your home, you got it's coming from you. It's from the app. It's creating a fucking person in your home. AI is fucking incredible. Translating an ancient Chinese practice qi movements into a 3D instructional format that corrects your posture in real time. No, not like that. Like this. Like, listen, man, there's some people using technology to really help us, right? This shit is fascinating. Then you got a few physiological shortcuts. Several devices target the vagus nerve and autonomic nervous system to induce relaxation states that historically required specific pranayama mastery, which is breath work. You got Moonbird, a handheld biofeedback device that physically expands and contracts, acting as a tactical guide for slow, rhythmic breathing. It replaces the need for a human teacher to pace your breath, helping you reach a state of coherence nearly instantly. Then you got Sensate. This wearable pebble, a fucking pebble, sits on your chest and uses infrasonic resonance, bone conduction to signal the vagus nerve to relax. It is designed to mimic the calming vibrations felt during ritualistic humming or chanting, such as the Vedic Om. Already calm. I'm thoroughly inspired. Made me emotional doing this reading this morning because I'm like, we got something, and that's why we got to push through. That this is exactly why I have to push through, because we have the opportunity to build something that's on par with where the future is going, that no one has really tapped into yet. Not the way that we're doing it, right? But damn, this shit is inspiring. It's inspiring to know that I'm on the right fucking path. Like with Continuum, again, specifically, right? Neural Soul Liberation Method and Continuum is right on fucking time. And then you add in the whole vibe, community. You add in Miss Juicy, freaking nutrition, right? Like we are ahead of the game, right? That's why this shit got to happen now. That's why I got to push myself more than I've ever pushed myself to make this shit happen. Like less family time, less everything. More focused on the mission. Writing these books, reaching out to these people, communicating, right? Like, man, and I'm realizing something, and I'm gonna say it plainly now, and I might make a post about it later. I'm realizing that, like, I do know a lot of people, and a lot of people know me, and I consider a lot of people friends, and I'm realizing that, and this is not a bad thing at all. But like to really make this shit happen, it's not gonna happen with my friends, right? Like I have friends who see the stories, right? Everybody got their own situation, so it's no shade, it's not blaming, it's not anger or anything. It's revelation, because there are friends who see my stories who haven't contributed yet. They see my post, they like the post, they don't comment, but they like the post, and they haven't contributed yet. $5, $10, it goes a long fucking way. And again, I get it. It's not, because everyone has, like, there are times when friends posted something and literally every dollar I had was counted for, right? And so yeah, so I got to push myself to reach another network, right? To get to a different level of resources and connections, right? Because I believe that let's say 20,000 people I know, that we can make this shit happen collectively if we contribute $100, right? If all the people I know contribute $100, $50, right? Like we make this shit happen pretty much, right? Because then you tell your friend to contribute $50, you tell their friend to contribute $50, we can make this shit happen. But that's not happening right now. And so it's pushing me to stretch, literally, to stretch in my communication, to stretch in my relationship building, right? Maybe got to go out there and do more networking, which I'm not going to be able to do. I'm going to be in the fucking tent. So, but I do believe that once we get outside in the tent and we get Channel 11, they're able to come through Channel 7, Channel 4, the same ones that covered the other hunger strike, they're able to cover this one. I believe that more friends, right, once they see it, right, unfortunately, it's a crazy thing. Anyway, we're going to go along to our third segment of the day. Yo, Azza, what's going on? Have an awesome day. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, we're going to go to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment is the tip of the day. Today's tip serves as a reminder to ask for the big and unreasonable things. Similar to saying dream big, literally though, right? It's not that most people fail because they ask for too much, right? It's not because most people fail because they couldn't accomplish their big goals. No, it's really that most people think too fucking small and they get exactly what they ask for. I'm sure many of you on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube have heard people, oh, I just want to get by. I just want to make it to the end of the week. I just want to have, I just want my little corner of the world. And that's exactly what the fuck you get, right? Oh, I like when Steve Harvey talks. Steve Harvey says, you have not because you ask not. You have not because you ask not. You ask for God, the universe, to help you make it through the week with your car. And your car is fucked up. Oh, just allow me in this ranky old car to just get through the week. And you end up getting through the week. You may gotta, get a tune up. You may gotta get a fucking a freaking tow. You may gotta get freaking power up from another car, right? But you make it through the week. Why not ask for a new car? Why not ask for a bigger home, a bigger house, right? Why not ask for more? Why not ask for more? And what I've learned, it seems that the people who dream big and ask the universe for those big, seemingly unreasonable things, they tend to get them. Even when you think about sports, there are people who've been saying my whole life, right? Not just to me, but people around me and many others. You hear it all the time. Oh, the odds of making it in the NFL, the odds of making it in the NBA or the MLB and on in any major sports arena is 1 in a million. It's 1 in millions. It's 1 in everybody don't make it. 100 people don't make it. And it seems that the people who say I'm fucking making it by any means necessary are the ones who make it. Whether they are extremely tall, big, could dunk, jump through the roof, extremely fast, got great handle, or just work really fucking hard. Because there are people who make it who never get starting roles, who are bench players their whole life, but you know what? They made it to the fucking NBA. They made their dreams come true. They made their dreams come true. And so when you think big, when you dream big, when you ask God, the universe, for those big, unreasonable things, and you don't take no for an answer, and you are willing to sacrifice every single bit of comfort that is available to you to make that shit happen, they say the presence of plan B distracts from plan A. There is no plan B. There is only plan A or plan A. That's it. And when you have that mindset, when you really have that mindset, you're not thinking about, well, if this doesn't work out, I'm like, no, fuck that. It's going to work out. It's going to work out or I'm going to die trying. This is what's in my fucking heart. Especially when you have a real why that's deeper than just money. You tend to make it happen, right? You tend to make it happen. And yeah. Ask for the big unreasonable things, the things that make no sense, the things that make you stretch, the things that make you become more than what you currently are. Ask for those things. Ask for those things, right? And be willing to put the work in. Be willing to sacrifice so that you can have those things, so that you can make those things manifest in your life. Because if you got the vision, if God gave you the idea, if God gave you the concept, then God also going to give you the motherfucking work ethic and eventually the resources to make it happen. But number one, you are the resource. Your thoughts, your mind, your body, your discipline. That's a resource. Your meditation, the spiritual technology. You got everything you need. Literally, this is not just cliche. You got everything you need to get everything you want. You just got to know what you want. Take inventory of the tools you have. Put them shits to motherfucking work and go get that shit. Right? Let's move right along to our fourth and final segment before we get out of here. Our fourth segment before we get out of here is always our build of the day. Today's build, we're going to talk about the positive and negative sides of neuroplasticity. Please understand that all things, every single thing has a positive and negative side to it. Your brain is constantly working, even when your mind and your body are resting. So let's pull up this link. Let's read from NeuroGlobe and let us talk about this. So the positive and negative side of neuroplasticity. Neuroscience shows your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on what you repeatedly do and experience. Every thought, behavior, and habit strengthens specific neural pathways through a process called synaptic plasticity. There is no neutral state. Your brain is always adapting in a direction. The brain does not distinguish between what is good or bad for you. It prioritizes what is repeated. emotionally engaging, and rewarding. The same mechanism that builds intelligence and discipline can just as easily reinforce distraction, impulsivity, and dependency. Positive neuroplasticity strengthens circuits that increase your capability. Deep focus reinforces prefrontal control. Learning strengthens memory networks, and physical training elevates brain derived neurotrophic factors that support growth and resilience. Over time, these repeated inputs literally upgrade how your brain functions. Other side. Negative neuroplasticity strengthens circuits that reduce performance or create dependence. Constant high dopamine stimulation trains your brain to seek novelty over focus. Chronic stress amplifies threat circuits in the amygdala. We spoke about that the other day. And avoidance behaviors wire anxiety deeper into the system. What you repeat becomes what your brain defaults to. At a deeper level, neural pathways compete for dominance. Strengthening one network weakens others, meaning building distraction actively erodes attention, while building discipline suppresses impulsivity. Dopamine accelerates this process by tagging behaviors as important, making highly stimulating habits rewire the brain faster than effortful ones. Your brain is always being shaped by your daily behaviors, whether you realize it or not. Mastering neuroplasticity means being intentional about what you repeat, because every action is either upgrading your brain or quietly degrading it. And then it says neuroplasticity is not just driven by repetition, but by salience, how important the brain receives an experience to be. This process is heavily regulated by the neuromodulators like dopamine and neuroepinephrine, which signal what should be encoded and reinforced. In simple terms, the brain prioritizes wiring around what feels meaningful, stimulating, or emotionally charged. What's often overlooked is that modern environments are engineered to hijack this system. Highly stimulating inputs, constant notifications, rapid content, artificial rewards deliver stronger and more frequent reinforcement signals than effortful, cognitively demanding tasks. Over time, this shifts baseline brain function, making low stimulation activities like deep work or sustained focus feel harder, not because of willpower, but because the underlying neural circuitry has adapted. This is why neuroplasticity is not just a learning mechanism, it's a performance filter. The patterns you reinforce determine what your brain becomes efficient at and what it starts to resist. In a world of engineered distraction, protecting and directing your attention isn't just a productivity strategy, it's a biological necessity. Facts. Big facts. Big facts, man. And with that, guys, that is our show. Thank you all so much for tuning in, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. We are doing this shit, man. Episode 600 coming soon. All right, episode 600 coming soon, man. 590 is tomorrow. All right, we are making slow progress. Slow progress is better than no progress. Consistency is key. We are staying consistent and committed to the goal at hand, which is just to show up every day and do the show, man. This is part of my daily routine, 5 days a week. Right, we do Sunday light Sunday, so 6 days a week, and now we're doing 7 days a week in the evenings. Right, we're streaming every single evening for the next 40 plus days. Right, 40 days, 40 more days at least. Right, we might keep the shit going and stream forever, just like we do in the morning. Do a morning daily stream and do an evening, do a night stream. At least a couple times a week, man. This shit is tough, but it's worth it. All right. Again, I'm learning that. I used to think that discipline restricted you. I'm learning that discipline frees you. And so I got big goals, man. I got big goals that outweigh partying. I got big goals that outweigh even time with family, right? Like, as much as I love family, and I'm always going to make time for family, but I will have to leave. Or like that, I can't make that. Or I can't make everything. Like, I got goals that I'm like fucking working to change the trajectory of my family today and to change the conditions of the world that my family will come into tomorrow, right? Somebody's gonna have more children. Somebody's gonna grow older. Somebody's gonna have grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and like, we need better systems. And so that's what I'm striving to build. And so, like yesterday, we talked about sacrifice. I'm willing to sacrifice everything. I'm willing to sacrifice everything and be called all types of names in order to make this shit happen. Why? Because this is a vision that God gave me. This is a mission that God sent me here on. I came here to fulfill this mission. This is what I'm doing, is what I came here to do. What I'm doing is what I came here to do. The balance. Yeah, I don't even like balance, right? Duana, what's going on, my sister? Peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. Tuning in. But yeah, I'm not even a person that's striving to have fucking balance. I'm a person that's striving to be as great as I can fucking be, right? For me, it's not about balance. It's about just greatness. That's it. And legacy. Not about balance, right? Like, and again, when I hear so many other people speak, right? So many other people speak, is like balance is cool for the average people. If you want to be balanced, be balanced. But if you want to create something and do something that's never been done before, there's sometimes when you got to be maniacal, you got to be maniacal, you got to lock the fuck in, starve all distractions, even the family ones. Clearly, you have children, things you got to do, right? Like some things you got to do for your children, right? Your children live with you, is certain, yes, and all the other things. Like, I'm I've never even been at this place to even know what it's going to take, right? But I know that it's going to take more sacrifice, and more sacrifice, right? Like really isolate. Like I overstand, and understand why people isolate from the world to get certain things done. But listen, guys, that's our show, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, man. Please do join us tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course TikTok Live. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. You are tuned into SR Daily, episode 589, kicking off week 119. Please do join us tonight and every night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, exclusively for our streams on the 50 Days of Divine Discipline. We are fasting for 50 days. We are hunger striking. We are raising awareness about the systems in the world that have left us hanging, and we are building a new world healing system. So we are raising $50 million, right? Got a great response yesterday from somebody. About to send some more emails out today. Got a meeting tonight. We're going to pick up the communication. We're going to pick up the reaching out to people, man. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. So I'm definitely going to call you. Give me a call, sister. Please give me a call. Give me a call. We'd love to chat. We'd love to get you on board with this mission. I think it's something that you will love. Yeah, let's talk soon. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy this weather. Spring is coming, even though it's raining here in New York. Spring is sprung. Peace. Love. Holla at you.